Hello. Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's David Jones.
And I'm Will Blake.
And do you want to tell us a little bit about TBCAC?
Yeah, so the Tampa Bay Community Action Committee is a grassroots organization here in Tampa that fights for justice in the case of victims of police crimes, like Jonas Joseph, Josiah Penner, and Dominic Mulkey, as well as fighting for community control of the police to try and prevent these senseless murders from happening to other folks in our communities.
Sure, and we've also been, when a lot of protesters were arrested last summer, I believe like 70 or so on one night, we helped a lot of protests to get those charges dropped. Good thing is they were dropped, so it was really, really fortunate. Since then, we've been, as David was saying, organizing around justice for Jonas Joseph, Josiah Penner, Dominic Mulkey, as well as, the new legislation from DeSantis, HB1. We've been all over the state, actually, like Jacksonville Community Action Committee and Tallahassee Community Action Committee. We've all been kind of working together to fight against that. Unfortunately, it passed, but the fight isn't over. And among a lot of other things, we're doing a lot of solidarity protests with Minneapolis when the trial for Derek Chauvin was going on. That's kind of the stuff we've been doing.
And so for today, we're here in Tampa Bay, and we're here for the 1-year anniversary of the death of Jonas Joseph. If you guys could talk a little bit about what happened to Jonas Joseph and a little bit about, the uncovering that has happened the past years since his death. If you want to tell us a little bit about that.
April 28th, 2020, 9 TPD officers shot and killed Jonas Joseph, shooting him, 125 times? And then after murdering Jonas, TPD Police Chief Brian Dugan, as well as State Attorney Andrew Warren, put out 3 different police reports about how the situation happened, which obviously leads itself to questionable happenings that need to be examined.
So let's talk a little bit about what happened that night. That how the story has changed. He was shot 125 times, as you mentioned, by 9 police officers, and the initial report stated that he had fired at them. If you want to tell us a little bit about what the initial report said, and then how the story has changed.
Yeah, he was. Frankly, he was racially profiled. They said he was he matched the description. They followed him for a while, I think, to not a parking lot, but a
driveway.
A driveway, yes. And that's when they opened fire on him. And they initially said that he fired first. That's what Dugan was saying. That's what Mayor Castor said. That's what Andrew Warren said. And then the next thing they said is that, okay, he didn't shoot first, but he did shoot. And then their final version of the story is that he actually never shot. But it's still questionable whether there was a gun in the car. But I guess Second Amendment rights aren't extended to black folks in this country. I mean, how many cases like Philando Castile completely legally owning a firearm? I mean, it should not be a death sentence for that. That's people's rights, and he was killed for it. That's pretty much the story.
So he was not a suspect. He was not a criminal. He was just pulled over by the police because he looked like a suspect. And the initial story was that he fired at them. Then that changed. And then they found that there was no shell casings. Do you guys know a little bit about the cameras? The body camera, the dash cams?
In the report released by the State Attorney's Office, there is no body cam footage, there is no dash cam footage. Back when the Biking While Black incident was happening, one of the major changes made to TPD was that these officers would have body cameras. Where's the footage for that? Most, if not all, police cars do have dash cams that have to be on. It's how they run your plates. There is 100% dash cam footage. why are they hiding this footage? It's because they know that they're in the wrong. It's because they know that they murdered Jonas, and that's the only reason that they're hiding this footage that they have.
So is there anything else that you want the community to know about Jonas's story, or if there's anything that you think that the community can do to help?
I believe sometimes the family, they have a Facebook page. I would say go to Justice for Jonas Joseph on Facebook. We've been doing a lot of organizing with them. If anybody is particularly inclined to help out in any way, I would say attend the event that happened today, like a vigil. I'm sure there's going to be more come in the coming years or even coming months. And if there are more developments with the case of Jonas Joseph, it was only a year ago, and sometimes these things take a long time. So stay on the lookout for any events. If you see something on their Facebook page or our Facebook page, Tampa Bay Community Action Committee, about any other way you can help out, there may be some sort of donation to the family if you dig through their Facebook page. So yeah, come out, get involved, or maybe message their Facebook page or our Facebook page in any way you can.
The last thing, there was a mention of 3 actions or 3 demands that the family had. Do you recall what those 3 things were?
Yeah, the main demands of the family are, releasing that footage. They know that those body camera footage exists. They know that dash cam footage exists. Reopening the case generally because of the inconsistency in the case. This shows that there is a cover-up, and the family needs to have that investigation take place the right way. And then allowing for an independent autopsy, because as of right now, all we have is the police autopsy, and we know that the police will do anything to protect themselves from any type of accountability. So yeah, those are the demands that the family has and demands that we have for this case.
Okay. Well, thank you both so much for what you do, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.